moving on to our next, now we're actually going to start building up, and this is the last line. So do you see how this is much thicker around here? And that's because we're actually going to be single crocheting onto this particular line right here. So just coming right up underneath the line, we want to just start single crocheting. So I didn't chain up at all, I just went right underneath, and that counts as 1. So we want a total of 4. So 2, 3, and 4. So now this is where we're going to start building up in order to create the final shape. Okay, so what we need to do now is just chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this is the first one, and we want to come in actually into the actual loop. Okay, so right down into the bottom part of it. It's just easier if you put it down to the bottom and just single crochet that into position. So now we want to chain again for 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we increased it by a couple because you can see that it kind of fans out bigger. So let's come back and put another single right into that very same loop. Okay, and you will notice if you look carefully, you have 1, 2, 3 petals, the outside petal, and then 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the next one gets 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, coming back into the center. Okay, so now we've just completed one side, so let's create the top piece, and that's 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, and now back into the center piece again. So that was the very top piece. Single crochet that bad boy into position, and now let's come down the other side. So now we go backwards, so it's going to be 9, 7, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now coming back into the center. So that was 1 of them. So now 2 more petals to go. So this one's going to be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Coming back into the center. Okay, and now we're going to do a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and coming back into the final of the center. Okay, so come back into the final of the center. And now what we want to do is just kind of stretch it out. You can see that the petal has created itself, just like so. And now we want to come back to where it started to go up in a loop, just like so. So this is the loop that we did. So now we want to come down. We came up this side here, so now we want to come down the other side. And for 4. So just single crochet 4 times onto that string or chain area there. So there's 4. Okay, so there is 1 petal finally done, complete. Okay. Okay, so let's do another one. So coming back on the other side, okay, we're now here. We want to do 4 along this chain. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now what we want to do is now jump into doing this part. So let's go for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, holding it open, going into the center point. So that was a 5. So the next one will be your 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Going in. Okay, let's do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Going in. Now let's create the top piece. So you can always move these around. If you didn't put them in the right spot, you can just slide them. Okay, so let's do your 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That was the top piece of your petal there. Going in, single crochet, and now that is the top, so now we work backwards again. So go for number 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, going in. Okay, let's do it again. So that was 9, so the next one's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and going in. And so the next one will be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we come down onto the center again. In the center meaning in the shape there. And now we want to come along this side. So we came up this side, we went around, and now we're coming down the other side for 4 single crochets. So are you seeing the pattern? Just follow along, everybody, and what we'll do is I'll finish this off camera and we'll just cast off together, and voila, you just got to pin it, harden it, sprinkle it with some fairy dust, hang it somewhere, and voila, you have an amazing Christmas ornament. And again, because I used bigger string and bigger hooks, this will be a lot bigger than it should be. But hey, it's just as fabulous as far as I'm concerned. So keep finishing along, and we'll talk to you all real soon. I've now just completed all the way around, so I've just finished my 4, and you can obviously see this is the starting, this is the stopping. So now all I need to do, everybody, is just slip stitch it to the very beginning one, just like so. And again, maybe this mosaic yarn, the color choice is probably not the best idea because of it's so lacy that the colors just don't transition fast enough in order to make this kind of effect good. So, you know, some of the stuff's good for other things and other things are not, so I'm just going to cut it just like so and just pull it through. And now I probably would want to tighten it, even though we are going to glue it and harden it. It will trap this in a position anyway, but I am going to just tie a little knot around it and just weave in the edge from the direction I came from. So just going into the stitch, just like so, is just a weaving in technique. Just go in maybe about, so you go about an inch into it, or maybe even just to the first loop. Again, because you are hardening it, it's not going to be that critical that you have to worry about it falling out. So again, once you get that done, you can just trim it, just like so. And now it's time to go on to your next step, which is another video tutorial on how to harden this bad boy up. And this is where we cast it on, and you can see that there's little stragglers hanging out, so let's do that one as well. Get that out of the way. And again, you want to cut those before you harden it, because if you do that, then you'll never be able to get rid of them. So that's what it looks like until you now position it with the all the pins. You're actually, you know, it's not as fabulous. So in order to get it to be really remarkable, get those pins out and get that cardboard glue, everything out, and voila, you'll have a fabulous pattern. So on behalf of Deborah Atkinson and the crochetcrowd.com and AllFreeCrochet.com, we'd like to wish you a great day, and hopefully you'll be able to create this with a lot of success.